Not today, not tomorrow, but I'm gonna kill you.
Welcome to the kingdom.
Anything happens to her, I'll kill you.
This is Walker Talk, presented by Barely Sober News with George
Everyone loves Walking Dead. People are so into Walking Dead.
and Chris.
I'm there with them on the edge of my seat. My heart was pumping.
Little pig, let me in.
Walker Talk starts now.
Oh, yes. This is Walker Talk.
From Barely Sober News, I'm George, and I felt like I needed to do a proper review of the season 7 finale of The Walking Dead. I already did one review, and I don't think it was proper. I didn't do a good review. I was pretty upset after the episode, and after I was reviewing the episode, I didn't give the episode just what it deserved, and I didn't really get into it. I was just too upset to really give a proper review. So I think today I need to go back and really review the episode. And the episode wasn't as bad as I said it was. I mean, if you really if you happen to listen to my first one, I pretty much was hands up in the air, just very upset with what's been going on with The Walking Dead. I mean, I just haven't been enjoying the show very much. So, in that review, my first review of season 7, episode 16, First Day of the Rest of Your Life, I really was more just tearing the show down. But I want to go back and I want to talk about some of the good things. You know, this was a suspenseful episode. Kind of really pretty much this episode was revolving mostly around Sasha and what's been happening with her. Now, this shows, the character love, the group who everyone in Rick's group is willing to kill themselves or sacrifice themselves for the greater good. And, The Walking Dead does do a good job in showing that. I mean, Sasha, this was like a sad episode just for Sasha. You had a nice flashback with her and Abraham, and then you kind of have her going through her knowing, just kind of like sacrificing her own life and kind of throwing Negan off and knowing that she's going to be used against Rick and the group, and she doesn't want that. So you kind of have, another one of Rick's group members is kind of made out to be a hero, which is always nice. I mean, and another good thing from this episode, Rick does not let down. He does not let go to Negan. He stands his ground against him in every way. Even, Negan's saying, I'm going to beat the crap out of your son. He's going to die. I'm going to kill your Carl right now with a bat, and he's going to die. And Rick stands his ground. You got to give him that. And he still does his classic line, which is, my favorites to Negan is, I'm going to kill you. Not today, not tomorrow, but I'm going to kill you. You're already dead. That little adage to that line, you're already a dead man, I think it was something like that, was magnificent. It kind of gave me goosebumps. So adding that little something to the line for Rick to Negan was, you have to give it justice. I mean, the whole thing when Negan took off Carl's hat, or not Carl's hat, really, it was really Rick's old hat. It was kind of like, oh my God, like he's really doing it kind of thing. And now that you have, after that, obviously, you have the kingdom coming in and joining Rick and the group. Which kind of like you kind of knew was going to happen. I mean, you knew that King Ezekiel originally said no to joining the group, but now he's back in it. He's really in it and standing by Rick and the group. He kind of sees what he needs to do. And that was kind of great, having the kingdom come and save everybody with Morgan and Carol and all. And Shiva was great. And, at the end, you had King Ezekiel, Rick, and Maggie standing up, talking to the people, cheering them on, like, hey, we're going to get through this. We're going to fight Negan. We're going to kill him. We're going to live a happy life. Everything's going to be okay. The three towns kind of reuniting, and the season finale was kind of nice to see. But, you know, The Walking Dead usually has a nice coming to, you know, like everything's going to be okay in the end, season finales kind of thing. You know, and does Negan, is he scared though? I think he might be scared now. He's saying he's going to war. He's confident, but Negan's never faced anything like this. Do you think Negan has had anybody in his group or people around him trying to rise up and overtake him? I don't think so. This is new ground for him. Negan's kind of just had smooth sailing, kind of running through everything, you know, and now he's got to go fight three different towns that he's owned. He's the Hilltop, Alexandria. That's new to him. And then the Kingdom. He's had those. And now he needs to fight them. He had them in his back pocket. Now he needs to fight them. So there is some good things in this episode. But, come on. You have to admit, there is bad. This was an episode that was an hour and 25 minutes. Explain to me why that needed to be an hour and 25 minutes. How long was the fight scene in the last, what was it, like, it was about the last 10 to 15 minutes of the episode. How long was it when Rick was going to kill Carl to the point where that whole thing was over and Negan ran? That had to be maximum 7 minutes. So let's go 5 to 7 minutes of the episode was fantastic. Do we need Abraham and Sasha flashbacks? There's other ways, even a shorter way. You could have shown how special Sasha was, and you can bring, you know, reunite Abraham to Sasha. There's other ways you can do that instead of extending it. I mean, is this just commercials? Is this show just, I know it's all about making money. The network's got to make money, and they're going to make as much money as they can, and they are. They're making a lot of money. But these commercials, come on, an hour and 20. There has not been, I don't even think there has been an episode this second half of the season 7 that was under an hour. All of them are at least over 60 minutes just because of the commercials. You're getting, especially in this season finale, you're getting the first half hour of the show was straight commercials. I think running time of the show, I might even time this because it's so ridiculous. Running time of the show had to be like 7 minutes, and then the other 23 minutes was all commercials. Come on. Like, that's not getting me interested in the show. That's just teasing me, and I don't want to see that. I mean, and they do that throughout this whole season. Throughout the whole season 7, there's just boring episodes. Filler episodes that you don't really need. That you're just, let's put this in here. Let's do a whole episode on Terra. Let's do a whole episode on the Kingdom. Let's do a whole episode on the Hilltop. Isn't that nice? No, like, let's do a whole episode with Daryl locked up in his cell. Like, you need more than that. You need more plot movement. This is season 7. Season 7. The only episodes you really need to watch of The Walking Dead is episodes 1, episode 8, episode 9, and episode 16 of a season. That's it. You need to watch the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, and the end. And you probably only need to watch the last 15 minutes of the episode to get everything. If I can go in and talk to somebody at work the next day, or I can tell a friend, hey, how was the episode? Nothing happened, only that happened. Only Carol went to the Kingdom. Only Tara kind of ran around. Like, that's not good television. Granted, The Walking Dead has great moments, but come on. They need to put better television on. A whole episode, a great episode from start to finish. Not the last little bit. Is not enough. I mean, are you really considering that, you know, I've been reading people's tweets and been reading what people have been saying about this episode. They've been saying it's the greatest episode, greatest moment in TV history. Come on. Really? When Shiva attacked the Saviors, that was pretty awesome. Pretty cool. That fight scene was awesome, but that only lasted a short period of time in the hour and 25-minute episode. You got to be better than that. You need more. I mean, this is the whole thing with The Walking Dead, and I think a lot of people can see that. Anytime someone asks me about The Walking Dead or people I mention it, I'd tell them to not watch it. And a lot of reason I keep watching it is because I'm seven seasons in. You know what I mean? Like, how can I back out now? I'm probably going to just watch the first episode of each season and the mid-season finale, the first episode of the second half of the season, and then the season finale. That's all I need to see. I'm probably going to be a casual Walking Dead watcher now. And so, I mean, it's just not enough for me to keep me going. Nothing gets me excited, and I think The Walking Dead is losing fans this way. Some of the greatest shows of all time don't do this. You don't hear these complaints. It's just upsetting, and you want more, and you want to be intrigued. You want to be pulled in on every episode. There's content. There's things they can do. You want to see, more of the people. You don't need all this deep character development in terms of just like making these characters seem like the greatest people of all time. And it's just, you don't need that. You just want the story. You want a good storytelling. And I don't think The Walking Dead is doing that. But people love it. People are dedicated. The fans are unreally dedicated and faithful to the show. I'm sure The Walking Dead will go on for more seasons, more and more, and people will fall more in love with it. That just is what it is. So I want you to check out Barely Sober Walker Talk, or just Barely Sober in general, on Twitter and Instagram at Barely Sober News. And this has been Walker Talk, and thanks for listening. Yeah.
That's it for Walker Talk by Barely Sober News.
You know how to bite a dick, Eugene. I mean that with the utmost of respect.
I want to touch it. Oh, come on, can I touch it?
Yeah, that's a pickle, all right.
I most definitely, almost certainly think I can do that here.
Holy crap! You are creepy as shit, sneaking up on me wearing that collar with that freaky ass smile.